Sweet, what time is it? I'll tell you, it's 10:05. 10:05. Got here late today, but I ended up working out. All right, just get a little bit of me warming up, just as this is how it goes every time. You know, if it wasn't for the gym, I'd be a fucking basket case, because I feel like I am anyway. It's like my outlet. You know? So my neighbor says, actually it's a guy staying with my neighbor. My neighbor's a little old man. It's like this tall. He's like 80. I'm always helping him do shit. He's like super active for like an 80-year-old dude. It's crazy. He's Italian. Italians live forever. But this fucking guy staying with him is a nice guy. He says to me, hey man, you see your tree's really hanging over here in my driveway over here? You see this big branch? Yeah. It's okay if I cut that? Sure. No big deal. You can cut that branch, no problem. So I come out today, half my tree's cut. He's like, hey man, what do you think? It looks nice, huh? And I said, the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, what do you mean? I said, why the fuck did you cut my tree down like that? Well, I just want to make it look nice, you know, because after I cut that one, I thought maybe to balance it out, you know, because now it looks real good. And I'm like, how many branches did I say you could cut? One. How many did you cut? Well, and I said, how many did you cut? It's one of those things where it's like, I feel like most things in life are that way when you deal with people. It doesn't matter like how you interact with people. So many times, like you're lucky to find somebody that can think the way you think. But so many times they don't. So you gotta like constantly, you gotta like parent people. You gotta like micromanage. I don't have time for that shit. I don't do that shit, you know? Like now I got like no shade for my truck over there. I'm like, and it's a fucking mango tree. So it like pumps out mangoes when it's time for mangoes. So now it's got like half as many mangoes. It's like the highlight of the season when they come into season. I'm like, oh yeah, mangoes, you know? Half of those are gone, you know? Maybe it's nothing. Yeah, I shouldn't worry about it, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it, but this woman comes by my house a year ago, says, hey, my son really loves mangoes. I said, right on. Can you pick up these mangoes? There's a bunch of mangoes laying around. I said, yeah, any ones that are laying around, you can pick them up, right? There's a whole bunch of mangoes in my tree, you know, and all over the ground. I come home, I leave, I come back. Not one mango in my tree, not one mango on the ground. Not one, took every mango. So then I look at my camera, the kid climbs up the tree, took every mango off the tree. Am I mad at the kid? No, I'm mad at his mom. Because now I'm like, no one touches my mangoes. You know? Should have took them all off the ground, no problem. Because there was gonna be more coming down. These people. These people. I don't want no kid climbing my tree and shit. He falls down, like, guess who gets in trouble? You know? Man, hey. But that's how shit is. So you get all this noise, you know, these little things in your life, you got all this stuff you're trying to do. And that's why I love this. It's like the one consistent thing. You know, yeah, there's a bunch of idiots around here that don't wreck their weights. Got zero respect for this place. Zero, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, once I'm in my set, in my groove, all the white noise goes away. Focus. When it comes to wrecking your weights or picking your weights up and cleaning up after yourself, all the professionals, all the veterans do it. Everyone else doesn't. So like, if I was a young guy, you know, and I gave a shit about impressing the older guys because I wanted to learn from them and be in the clique and like become a name myself, I would try to emulate what they're doing, which is what I did when I was younger, you know? But this younger generation, there's a couple of you, kids like you, give me hope. Man, your generation's fucking soft. Fuck, like what the fuck, dude, you know? Like, it's weird. Like, When I was your age, I literally in my own mind was like, I ain't taking shit from nobody, you know? Somebody fucking steps to me, I'm gonna knock that motherfucker out. It was like my mentality. I thought like, this is the path to manhood, like fight all the time. I'm not saying you should do that, but everyone in my generation was like that. And I remember thinking when I was a kid and hearing it all the time from the older crowd. They were like, your generation's so fucked up. You guys are so violent, you're so aggressive, you know? Your future's gonna be horrible. You know, you can't act like that. You guys are killing each other over starter coats and Jordan. You know, there's like the Bloods and the Crips and the gang wars and all this shit. All you guys want to do is fight and listen to angry music and be crazy and shit, right? Well, we were Generation X, okay? We like raised ourselves, you know, this is before the internet, you know? But now, we all like toned down and we're like the backbone of the country. Because we went there, toned it down, but it's in us. And so like, you can't control us like everybody else, you know? And then the younger generation comes up and is soft. They were nothing like us. So instead of being harder, which is I thought they were gonna be even harder and crazier, they got softer. And so now it's like, it's crazy because so many of these young girls want the older guys because they're like, you know, it's always kind of a thing, but they're just like, why would I hang out with this little fucking dude that's fucking like literally soft as a Pop-Tart? Huh? I mean, like, what people are starting to realize is like a woman's prime starts at about 18. A man's prime starts at like 38. Here's why. You make $100,000 a year. It's easy when you get older. It's fucking easy. But a girl that's 18 doesn't need to make shit. All she's got to do is get her makeup right, put some lipstick on, you know, cute little dress. She's on a yacht, hanging out with millionaires. If she had any brains, she could have a business. Because she could, you know, get all those people a lot of money just to hand her shit. But that's how they do. They just party, do drugs and blow and waste their prime years on their youth. And then they turn 30. And now the guys that she was blowing off, now the guys at 30 started to do pretty well. And that dude's like, I got it now. And then, you know, they come chirping, oh, hey. And they're not married, no kids, or maybe they have a kid. And then you're like, yeah, but you're 30. What's up with these girls that are 23, 24? You know? And then reality hits. Women are like cars. You can only get what you can afford. You want something, a new model, low miles, few owners. A lot of guys go for the fucking, you know, luxuries, the add-ons, bolt-ons, all the aftermarket shit. But, you know, you want to make sure it runs good, doesn't give you no problems. As soon as it starts whining and costing you a bunch of money, and fucking slowing you down over and over and breaking down, you're like, I'm trading this bitch in for a newer model. Okay, good. All right, you're working out. I won't slow you down. You know, at least you're trying today. That's good.
I just stand in front of it, take him off, lift real quick.
I know that move. I think I've seen a couple high schoolers do that. I'll talk to you a little bit.
Felt great, by the way.
What's up?
This squat felt great.
Yeah, you did great, dude. You're crushing it, bro. You got your forms better. We're getting that bar in the right spot. It's just, you're good, doing good. We'll get you a 5-plate squat this year.
I don't know. You want to do it?
Yeah, you do. You do.
Not 5 out of 25. When I put that on my back and I
what?
Put up, not 5 out of 25. Because when I just stood up with your weight, I thought my 5.
Just shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. You sound like such a fucking little bitch. Just get tougher, all right? And we'll get you there, all right? Come on. Mike's good shit. It's like fucking with him. Obviously, if I didn't like him, I wouldn't fuck with him that much. These motherfucker's strong for a little dude, but he has he's been brainwashed by being here in Crunch for too long. Well, because I come in here and I lift the house. That's what I do. It doesn't matter where I go. I just lift heavy shit. That's what I like to do, you know? So like he hasn't seen it, but then he sees me do it. And what happens? He starts to get stronger. A lot of times you're not even thinking what you're capable of until you watch somebody way stronger than you do something with ease. And then it makes you do whatever you thought you couldn't do all of a sudden. You know, that's why I always say it's like your man group is the most important thing in your life. Like, you know, when I was talking to you, I was talking to you about a coach, you know, what you need to do, and you were asking me all the right questions, like what should I do, so I want to do. You got to position yourself to be in a spot where you're the smallest, you're the weakest, you're least intelligent, you make the least amount of money, you position yourself around that, you have to grow. You know, I always try to put myself in an environment where I have to grow, you know? Like when I moved to, you know, LA and was at Gold's Gym Venice, it was awesome because there's so many bad motherfuckers out there. I mean, you walk into that place and like you feel.
Speaking of Venice, Venice.
Yeah, I mean, Venice is cool. You know, when you're young, you probably think of much different things. But for me, I knew Arnold Schwarzenegger was at the gym. I knew Dexter Jackson was there. I met Sean Roden, you know. I met all these guys and trained with these guys, you know. Rick Valenti used to have a show on ESPN, dude. He's won all kind of shit. You know, William Harris was in there. Jerome Ferguson. You better get your ass out of here. What's going on?
I was giving you bunny ears.
She's cute. You know, but yeah, there's just so many names out there. You walk in there and like, you're like, all right. Oh, all right. There's power lifters in there. There's just all kind of shit in there. You know, the actors and shit, you know, it's like, you're like, I'm fucking training today. I'll show these motherfuckers what's up. And then like, you just train harder just because your environment.
Yeah.
Not having an off day.
Yeah.
I was notorious for going in there, crushing it, you know, trying to train with all the strongest guys. Luca Pinzotto was there. He's a 300-pound bodybuilder, dude. He's fucking jacked, super nice guy. He's Italian, it's cool. And then I would all the time get done working out, and the weather's so nice. When I'd get to my car after I was done working out, I'd pass out in my car for like an hour or two. All the time. All the time. I'd just roll the windows down and just fucking out. That was the life. You got good abs?
Abs?
Why not?
I don't know. When I was wrestling, I never really focused on weightlifting. That was my biggest downfall, I feel like.
Well, start fucking working on it. You're 18.
Yeah.
Get abs. It's the best time. If you get them now, it's easier to have the rest of your life. I'm 43, bro. Like, come on, you're 18.
Working on it.
I've had these since I was 17. Since I was 17, I had these.
Biggest thing is dieting. When I was lean, then yes, I had abs.
Well, fuck that. Just train them, dude. I used to train every night. I would do 50 sit-ups, 50 leg raises, and 50 push-ups before bed religiously. And then a lot of times I'd wake up in the morning and do them first thing. For like 2 years, when I was 17 till I was 19. And that's what gave me my midsection. After that, I learned how to, that was it. Because I didn't really have great abs before that. You could see them a little bit because I was lean, tall, and skinny. But like, once I built them, that's what you need to do. You need to do that. I'm telling you. It's non-negotiable. So far, so good. Notice I got this hat that says swole on it, right? So my boy David Griffin gave it to me. He's got a whole line of products and stuff coming out, supplements and shit. I figure, help support, you know. We became buds of the Super League. We competed together. It's badass, dude. This shit gets you so pumped. It's like my powdered Viagra. Maybe like 2.5 scoops. You can go ahead and tell the camera how much you love Inflate.
Yes, we love Inflate.
That's right. This is my alkaline accelerator right here. I take this every day before I work out, regardless. And I take typically 5 to 6 of them. You see that? 5 to 6 of them. It's got, you know, sodium bicarbonate, and potassium chloride. And the sodium comes from peak Himalayan rock salt. So
when Aaron talks about salt, he is fucking right. I keep a salt shaker in my bag.
Yeah.
If I forget and don't take a little
I was gonna say, just
handful
slow
of salt,
down. The thing about your sodium intake.
my whole workout feels different. I'll be like, fuck, I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, I didn't take
I need to make sure you got alkaline accelerated. Take that. That's what you need to be taking. It's fucking.
alkaline accelerate.
It's this. I'll bring you a bottle. That way you don't have the salt shaker no more. It's like, it gets old stomaching a bunch of salt. Those are just the pills.
Dude,
but
I've been doing it so long, I don't even think about it.
I got it. I'm the same way, but I also got potassium in there, and there ain't no potassium in the salt
It's
you're fucking
also
taking.
like you're in
So, a lot of people don't even understand like this movement at all. They don't understand. People come over here and they see this, and they just pull on it. No thought process whatsoever, ever. Like where your elbows go or everything. So if my elbows are in front of me just a little bit, you're gonna feel your lat all the way down to your hip, right? Elbows go behind you just a little bit. Now it's more like a high row. If you lean back and then you go straight back, it's a high row. So I can get a high row out of this instead of using a hammer strength machine. I can use this just by leaning back. So where people fuck up is when they're forward and back in their movement. This whole range of motion is about momentum and everything, and they're not targeting nothing. But like the other thing is, when you do a lat movement, you want to keep your lats out. It's the same idea of like flexing your bicep when you curl. Like you just keep a little tension on the bicep when you curl. You understand? Yeah. Like a lot of people don't get it. They come in here and they just like they're like no connection. Yeah. But if you think about it and you get your lats into it, and you stretch your lats out and you pull your lats back, now you're working your fucking lats. Okay, let me see how my elbow does here. Try this again. You know what, I'm gonna leave it there. I don't wanna push it. It feels pretty good. But I've been having this issue in my elbow for a while, and I just wanna fucking, oh, there we go. That's good. That's it. Discipline, 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 discipline. You know, it's in those moments when you're weakest, when you haven't eaten for fucking hours and hours and hours. You know, what are you gonna do? Normally I have my meals with me, but I didn't, so it is what it is. Right there, right there, right there, right there. Yep. Fuck. Ooh. Ah, feels good. All right, so what I want you to do, so first of all, I learned this from Ben Pekulski, IFBB Pro, Man's a Genius. Put your hands like this. Okay, push down. Feel your lats getting tough?
Yeah.
Getting tight, his lats are getting tight. Keep pushing. They're tight. But your biceps are not. This is good. This is good, okay? So what this tells us is a downward motion activates the lat. Right? Okay, all right, stop. And push your hands together like this. And then I want you to push apart, okay? Push apart. So, stop. So you feel tension here in your lat, right?
Yeah.
But not in your bicep, right? Okay. So anytime you're doing a back movement, when you're rowing, you don't pull at your arms. You row down, drive tension down so you hit your back.
Yeah.
Let me see your hands again. Push down. See, it's back, right?
Yeah.
All right, now make a fist and make it real tight, everything real tight. Okay, now down and pull. Down, push down, push down. There you go. Pull to here. Yeah, you're stronger there.
Yeah.
So you're stronger there, okay? Because you're strongest here. This is where your center is. You know, the theory of proximal and distal. The closer you get to your core, where your strength is, okay? So anytime you're rowing, you want to row to where you're strongest, right? But you don't want to just pull, you'll strong arm it. And your arms are never going to be as strong as your back. So you position yourself so you can use your back. And so your numbers will go way up, and you have to use more weight, but now you're using your back. Make sense? And it's similar with this. So like with this, I'm stretching down, right? And I'm pushing into it. And then once I'm about here, things change. And now I'm rowing low to my back. I remember I worked out with John Hansen, two-time all-natural Mr. Olympia. He's a good friend of mine, lives in Tampa. And while he was up there, yeah, 1 second, let me finish this and I'll definitely do that, you got it. So I was working out with John Hansen, and he had me do bent over rows, and he was using like 2 plates, 225, and I couldn't do it. I was like, fuck, and John's known for having this huge back, right? And I couldn't do it, and I couldn't do it. Ben taught me how to train my back. I went out to Gold's Gym Venice. When I came back, I got real strong when I came out there. My best ever is 500 pounds for 4 reps. And John would be like, fuck, you know, and then my back looked completely different. He's like, your back looks completely different than it used to. Because I learned how to train it. So, thanks, Mike. I appreciate you, man.
I gotta take a picture,
Sure.
if you don't mind, for my grandson.
Yeah, you gotta be in the photo, though.
Oh, no, that's...
No, I'm not a zoo animal. I'm not a zoo animal. You gotta be in the photo. We're not taking it.
All right.
No, you gotta be in the photo.
That's my husband over there. No,
How's it going? Hey, man.
I'm hitting on you.
All right, it's all good. It's all good.
You just look great.
There you go. All right.
Thank you, because, I mean, you were like a really incentive.
Okay, right on. Yeah, of course. You know, I was looking for guys like that when I was younger, too. Tell them to train hard, okay?
I wish you were there.
Say, hey, the big guy said you better train hard and not be a sissy. Tell him that. And I always have fun with people in here, you know? Everywhere I go when I train, you know, it's like, you know, like people in the gym are fun. Hey, bud, how many sets you got over here? 2 more? I jump in with you? I jump in with you? Oh, I mean, I'll let you do your set, then I'll go after you. There's always somebody on these crib. You know? Yeah, I always tell people, when they want photos, sometimes they're like, you can't take a photo of me, I'm like a fucking zoo animal. You know what I'm saying? You want to be in the photo, we're good. But you don't just show up and like, oh, look at this vanilla gorilla in his habitat. He's frolicking about his day. See, here is where he establishes dominance amongst the others. Yeah. I'm like, oh, motherfucker, what? Normally, he is a pretty friendly creature until he gets hungry. And the scientific term is called hangry. You do not want to be near the vanilla gorilla when he's hangry. You will not be safe. Again, we're going to do the same principles I told you. So the difference is I'm going to cross body. I'm going to do what's not comfortable. Okay? By standing here, what's not comfortable, I got my leading foot forward with the same arm I'm rowing with. Why? Because I can't cheat. Here, you can do all kind of shit and cheat. This is what people do, because it's easy. So then they're like, oh, I'm cheating, and move their hips and shit. But as soon as you go the opposite, where's the cheat? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it forces you to use your back. So it looks like this. It's just so fucking light. It's only 125, you know? What am I gonna do? I'll get some reps in, I guess. Because when I was younger, I couldn't do it. Because I was so tall and long and lanky. You gotta have so much mass to hit the most muscular, like make it look good. Otherwise, you can't do it. And then you get a front double bicep, you got some mass, a little bit of arm, but you have to have mass for fucking most muscular. Right there. sent those to me. I guess it's his company, Beast Pharma. So shout out Eddie Hall. Thanks for making sure my boys got support they need with my undergarments here. Oh, looks too bad. Oh, it looks good. Appreciate it. Thanks, buddy. I was needing some new chones. Now I got them. I was literally looking at like buying some new shit randomly. My boy, fucking Strom Sports, hits me up and he's like, "Hey man, Eddie wants to send you some pants." I'm like, so now I got a bunch of these. And you guys are probably wondering why I'm wearing a tank top with a blank logo, no logo. It's because I'm going through a rebrand right now, and I got some new shit coming out. It's gonna be fucking sick. I can't wait. You'll love it. And then I have my own stuff going, but every once in a while it's a good idea to rep other people's stuff just to let them know, you know, hey, thank you. Like my boy Damon with the hat. Using a weight that you know isn't heavy enough, as you get used to it, where I want to get used to a weight that's heavier. So it's like you'll get fatigued with a weight that ain't heavy enough when you could have got more with a heavier weight. It's just is what it is. We go over that hammer strength row now. What do you got over here? Couple.
What weight are you gonna use?
As much as I can fit on there. I'll let you climb on top if you want.
All right, I can I'm gonna do 2 more.
Okay.
You want to lock them up?
I'll wait, but I'm gonna stand here and pressure you to go faster and harder. You're probably stronger. You're probably stronger than you're letting on. I'm willing to bet.
Wow.
I see you over here fucking around like 2.5s on here. I'm like, what the fuck you got those on there for? You know you couldn't feel that shit.
Danny has me working on form.
Okay, well, Danny's not here right now, so I'm here, so we're gonna go fucking heavy.
Back in the day.
Yeah. I see you guys. I see you got arms in there. I see them. Hopefully we use back and not our arms in this motion. Okay. So did I. I can't let myself go while Michael Hearn is still going so fucking hard. He's like 70 or something. Fuck you, Michael Hearn. Coming for you. I swear to God, you so much as stutter step. The big guy is on your ass. Worthy adversary. Worthy adversary. It's good. What I tell you? I'd say what I tell you is important. I said your man group. A competitive man group is what's important. So I'll be peeping this shit. I always give credit where credit's due. But I also like to motivate him every once in a while by saying something real nice like, fuck you, Mike. You know, just show some support, you know? Let me turn this music on. Oh, how many times do you want me to do this? Yeah. I don't know. How do you want me to do it? How many times?
Shoot, I say shoot for 15.
Okay.
20.
20. Drop set. When the pump sets in. So I did pull downs, prayers. That's 4. Do a couple biceps. We'll get out of there. We'll do some dumbbells. I don't think that's gonna work out for me. See, the thing is, I gotta put up these 15s because people are gonna think that I was using them and left them here. So I gotta pick them up.
Yeah.
But whoever left the 15s there, fuck you. Can't pick up your own shit. Trying to make sure I don't aggravate it. Not very heavy, I'm just trying to. My left arm's fine, but you gotta do both. We're almost done here. When I was younger, I always wanted the big arms, you know? It's like, I don't know, I just wanted to be like Schwarzenegger when I was younger. Well, I think that C-Bomb has a physique that's gonna stand the test of time. I think that he's risen up to be the greatest athlete of our time across all classes.
All classes?
Yeah. Like, there's nobody in open bodybuilding that I'm like, oh my God, like, I've never seen this before.
Not even.
Think about it. Ronnie Coleman was that.
Yeah.
Ronnie Coleman is that.
Yeah, you can't.
How are you going to beat that? Like, Ronnie Coleman is the greatest bodybuilder of all time. Like, he he has every body part. There's not one part of him that like, could be way better. He had 24-inch arms with a split bicep. Like, he might not have been the prettiest guy, because like if you like a classic look, you're not gonna appreciate Ronnie Coleman for what he is.
Yeah.
But open bodybuilding,
Like he size.
like all the mass in the world, like I think he had to come down in size. I think he was gonna keep growing. I think he had to like tone it down. But like if you think about him, you think about all the guys he competed against, all those guys could dominate open bodybuilding right now. You take fucking Ronnie Coleman, you take Kevin Levrone, you take Nasser El Sambadi, Nasser. It's before your time. Okay. Nasser. You can even take Marcus Rule from back then, who wasn't even pulling always top 5, but he's top 10. He would win right now. You can take Gunther Schlierkamp, who beat Ronnie Coleman at his prime. Gunther Schlierkamp beat Ronnie Coleman. It's the only person that beat Ronnie Coleman while his 8-year reign. Gunther Schlierkamp was 310 pounds on stage, 6'1". So you take Gunther Schlierkamp. You can take Jay Cutler. Obviously, Jay Cutler, fucking legend. You know, I love Jay Cutler, you know. Dexter Jackson, smallest, baddest competitor of all time. Hell, you take Lee Priest. Lee Priest is Lee Priest is good, but he looks short. Dexter Jackson was like, you know, without a better word, he's like beautiful. I mean,
For a lack of word.
you know, I like Dexter, man. I trained with him a little bit at Gold's Gym back out there.
Met Jay?
Yeah, several times, man. We're cool, you know. He's fucking. He always says something nice to me. You know, he's a fucking great guy. I love Jay Cutler. He's great. Yeah, he's a very humble guy. You know, fucking he beat the greatest. And you know what he says? What I love about it, he was like, you know, he's like, when I beat Ronnie Coleman, I didn't beat the best Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah.
And that's such a respectful way to say it. He's like, because at Ronnie's best, he's like, no one beats him. No one. I remember when Jay won. I was there, Jay. I was there. I remember when you won. I was in Las Vegas. It was the first time I watched the Olympia ever. And it was the first time I seen Ronnie Coleman with my own bare eyeballs. And I saw you there, and I'll never forget your speech. Because you were like, oh man, wow. Oh man, wow. Sure feels nice to win after getting second all those times. And then he didn't know what to say. He was like, I guess I never want to eat a potato again. Oh, I was there. Oh, I love you for it, man. It was so cool. It was great. It's cool. You're a good dude, man. And I'm glad you've had so much success. You're such a hard worker. You know, Jay Cutler is such a hard worker. Ronnie Coleman was a hard worker. That was just the era of bodybuilding. That was the greatest era of bodybuilding. Like, you can take the golden era of bodybuilding. Those guys were like athletes. They all looked different in their own way. And like, it was this cool thing, and it made bodybuilding cool, you know? But then you come to this era, and like, these guys look like fucking mutants, but look great. Like,
I think they called that era like the mass monster era.
Exactly, the mass monster. And they just, everybody was just like, like.
Yeah. You know what they're calling? You know what they're calling this era?
What?
You know what they're calling this era?
Fucking the Pop-Tart soft fucking bullshit era. I don't know, what do they call it?
Mass aesthetics. A lot of people are trying to like their aestheticness while trying to get.
Okay. I'm seeing more of that. The only thing that I find a little lack of in this era is the conditioning across the board.
Yeah.
Like, there was no lack of conditioning. You know what I think the reason is? I saw somebody talk about it. You know what I think it is? Social media. You know why? Because these guys are staying on year-round and trying to stay ready. Back in the day, they would go on and go off. Kevin Levrone only worked out 4 months a year. He was pulling fucking runner-up at the Olympia like 4 times. I thought he had the best physique ever until I saw Ronnie Coleman with my own bare eyeballs. Not taking anything away from you, Kevin Levrone. You've always been like my favorite growing up. You were my favorite. I just love the way you look, how you are, and like you're just, you know. And Ronnie Coleman, you're the man. What a fucking era of competition. Like, it's like, who's gonna win? I mean, you know, Ronnie was the man. Make no mistake, but I was a big Kevin Levrone, but Kevin Levrone would like work out for like 4 months a year. And Schwarzenegger doing the Golden Era would do that too. Like they work out, but then they would go on and they'd come out just peeled, you know? But nowadays, guys got to stay on year round because they want to fucking look good for the fucking gram. Do it for the gram! You know, everybody asked me if I'd ever compete again. The answer is no. Because I do movies. And I am going to make inspiring movies. I'm going to give guys like you something to fucking look up to. Because when I was your age, it was Schwarzenegger, Stallone, Van Damme, Steven Seagal, Wesley Snipes, fucking like, you know? Like, dude, I wanted to be a kickboxer like fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme, do the splits and do some badass shit. I want to be getting blood spurt and beat Tom Paul. Nowadays, we don't have that shit. Everybody's getting all soft and shit. Just gotta make sure that we're fucking... I can't go hard on my arms because the fucking... This is it. That's it. It's a wrap. That's it. I can't do them. Quit fucking around. Done. Drink my shit. Get out of here. It was good though. We do this real quick. We take this off, wipe it down. See this, guys? Take a good look, all right? This is the most important part of your workout, all right? You push your weights up, clean up, whatever. Fuck. All right, now we're gonna have my post-workout shit. Clearing away, post-truss. I don't have creatine in there because I'm taking it in my pre-workout. I got, 4 grams of creatine in my pre-workout. But I take my Insumimetic and my berberine because I got all this sugar. I want to absorb all this sugar. Not that I won't absorb a lot of it anyway from my workout. I just stay leaner and fuller when I take my Insumimetic and my post-truss. If you guys haven't done it, I'm not making this shit up. You got to do it. Like, it's fucking game changer. And I know I'm out of post-truss right now, but it should be any fucking day that shit is going to be shipping back to my warehouse. So, I'm getting your messages, guys. I get the messages, and I'm on it. Like, I'm on it. Okay, so when I take my Insumimetic, I like to take 5. 2 is a serving, but I take 5, all right? Berberine, I take 2 because I have really high milligram. 2 capsules, 1,200 milligrams of berberine. You really need 1,000, but I got the highest milligram I could get to fit in these capsules, so it's 1,200 milligram. Oh, see. That workout went good. When I drink my sugar with my shake and it doesn't taste sweet, that means my body needed all of it. If I'm drinking this and it tastes really sweet, then I don't need all that sugar.